Hey Leo, it's Marbird, and welcome to Daughter of Win. So this is a really big read. Of course, it would leave it up to Leo and be like, my birthday season's coming up. I'm gonna bring it in with a bang. I don't know how long this is going to be, if we can get into the 3 sessions or not, but we're gonna try. Yeah, so right now it has Leo in the past feeling, like a mouse, okay? Mice get things done, right? They get things done, and this one particularly, it feels you might have some Virgo placements. This mouse particularly always makes me think of Virgo, just because, very precise movements and the building of things like little by little, Virgo is actually very good with that. And it's also very, very strange that a Leo would have a mouse energy. But again, Leos don't necessarily have to be all muscle and brains and brawn and hair or whatever it is, they can be introverts and everything like that. I actually know a lot of Leo introverts, but most of them are outro. I love that you showed up. I wish I could show you. I thought about doing the time lapse, but it's just really weird on the iPhone. Maybe when I start shooting with my GoPro, I'll be able to do a time lapse so you can see me actually pull these cards, but it just saves a lot more time. And then just clarifying for you. So I love, you almost always show up in your reads, by the way. And by the way, in any house that I'm in that has a cat, anytime I do a Leo read, the cats will come running. I can't get them off me, and I'm allergic. So Leo, confidence in your past, confidence your key, right? It's right underneath here with mouse spirit. And I feel that, nightingale spirit is love is all around. I usually find that this one is a spirit or a spirit guide that is telling me specifically. I always take that as a special message when that comes out for me, that that my guides are with me. And especially like the past couple weeks, I've kind of been in some shady situations with some shady hosts, and I have an extra blanket. It's like having a weighted blanket on me. It's amazing. So really lean on your guides right now. And it looks, this is in your past, so you must have been comforted, right? And we're going to go ahead and clarify this after the 3-minute mark. Actually, it might be the next one. But dragonfly spirit, truth transcends illusion. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful card? And look at the symmetry on that, and take note of that, because I'm going to bring it up in another part of the read. And I didn't show you Nightingale Spirit. Nightingale Spirit, love is all around. With confidence is your key. I'm just kind of running out the clock. Oh, I forgot to tell you, your 7th house. This is all about your balance, your cooperation with others and your partners. The 7th house is all about relationships. So this is definitely, I think, giving you an insight on how you show up in relationships. We'll get more into it, okay? All right. Okay, so next up, we are going to talk about what's going on in your present energy. So right now, we have lizard spirit in reverse. Now, lizard spirit for me is a chameleon. Oh, wow, that just came up. So maybe you feel like you stick out like a sore thumb. I just heard you stick out like a sore thumb around other people. Lizards are very, very sensitive to their environment, but they also have that, a lot of them have the ability to blend into the environment, right? But they also, think about lizard spirit, like they're always kind of in a corner or under a leaf or peeping around something, or you don't see me. So lizard in reverse might be a little hyper. That might be a little bit something, and you might run on the high nerve side. I definitely do. I'm pretty high strung, so I have to do a lot of things to ground myself. That's why meditation doesn't work for me. I have to do physical things to get it out, to burn it all out. And this, this actually helps me discharge a lot of energy. As you can tell as I talk a mile a minute, where are we at on time? 4:07. So lizard spirit in reverse. So you're not seeing what's going on in your environment, or you're turned off to it. But right now, spirit, I feel like right now is like taking your head in your hands and saying, listen to me. Look at the bigger picture. We have full moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is like that energy that is like open and willing and seeking. And this is present. And then I love, look at the middle of this spread. You have starfish. Be open to possibilities, right? You can't just say, I've always done this. This is the way I do it. This is a recipe that my grandmother had, and my this, that, and the other. Don't be afraid to throw some nutmeg or dill juice or whatever, or a little ganj, you know what I mean? And something, because you have medicine guardian here. You've got a lot of advice. Like this deck insisted that it come out for the last two, because I dealt this dragonfly transcends illusion, and I was supposed to grab the shamanic deck, and that came out, and I was like, oh, I'm supposed to do it. And then I heard angels and ancestors, and I was like, oh, I'll do that next. And it was like angels and ancestors, angels. So I went ahead and picked it up, and you got all of this, including medicine guardian. So we're talking about being, but again, be open to healing information, which is indicating that you are not open right now. So just work with the universe. It's definitely trying to work with you. And then all of a sudden, like, your overall like fell out, and it was the mountains in reverse. I feel like you got this in one of the reads from last week, and here, stand your ground, but you see how this is mirroring each other. And then I noticed the mirroring here, the symmetry, and I just feel like it's stand your ground, but it's in reverse. And it made sure that I knew it was in reverse, that the truth transcends illusion. This is like a hangman energy. All of these things here look like a hangman. So that being said, now that we're like to the next part, in your future energy, I'm just like, oh, I just want to shake you, whoever you are, Leo, because you've got barn owl spirit. It's my totem. It's one of my totems. But it's in reverse, and it's saying you're not looking at something, and this is in your future energy, and this is what this whole thing is about for. This is as the energy stands. If nothing happens, this is how it's going to play out, right? But we have free will. That's the beauty. I'm just an air traffic controller getting the messages to you so that you can clear the hazmat off of the off of the tarmac, okay? So speaking of birds, I get in aviation, I can talk for hours. So owl in reverse, and then we have moth in reverse. Moth in reverse is definitely, and again, this freaking owl makes me think of a hangman. This lizard looks like a freaking hangman. The moth looks like it's a hangman, right? There's all this, like, you need to look at it in a different way. You have to like look past what you've always done in order to get somewhere different where you've never been. I don't know who's that's for, but that's just not the way I phrase my words. That's very interesting. So in your future energy here, it's saying this is full moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you. Don't be afraid. Here's the thing is, I've been kind of like terrified about, I've been slowly and surely putting myself like into this, step by step getting onto social media, but it's not something that I was comfortable with at all. I started just doing freaking, like when I was a flight attendant, doing whatever you call it, the little thing, the Snapchats, and just getting used to talking to the camera, and it just kind of rolled on from there. But you cannot be afraid. Your quirkiness, your sensitivities, everything like that makes you different and makes you feel smaller and makes you feel like nobody's gonna really like pay attention or really give a shit about you. You have to see that as something that you're completely different from anybody, which makes you stand out from the crowd. Okay, and if it's not the crowd over on Instagram, whatever, maybe it's over on Clapper, because it's a whole different freaking group of people over here. Like, and over on Clapper, if I'm talking to you over at Instagram or over on TikTok or over on YouTube or over on LinkedIn or over on whatever, shameless plug for myself. So yeah, show the world you, because I know this feeling, I do, and it's saying snake spirit, time to heal. You've got to give yourself time to heal. And it's so funny because this person is, there's a Leo that's like blowing my Instagram up right now. It's too funny. Snake spirit, time to heal, right? So there's going to be something to heal from, but here we have in your future the Shaolin master, right? And the heart guardian. Heart guardian is about love and let yourself be loved.